believe, get this, do you believe that there are certain people that are afraid of success? Can you believe it? There are people that are actually afraid of success. And you may say to yourself, Tawana, you are crazy. We all want to succeed. That's what we work so hard for, success. Well, that is true for most of us. We work really, really, really hard to succeed. But there are some of us that are on this hamster wheel. We're just spinning our wheels and we're not going anywhere. And the reason why we're not going anywhere is because we are afraid to get off that hamster wheel because we don't know what comes next. There are people that are afraid to succeed and they won't even admit it to themselves. They won't even admit it to themselves. Think about this for a second. When you succeed, you have extra added pressure on you. Eyes are on you. People have higher expectations of you now. Some people are afraid that they can't live up to that. Okay, I've succeeded, I've gotten this promotion, I've gotten this degree, I've started this business. Now what? If I take it any further and I fail, people will look at me as a failure and scoff at me. That's what people will think. But you can't let that stop you from your success. The only thing that stops you from your success is you and that little chatter, what we call mind chatter, that goes on in your head. That is what stops you from being successful. That mind chatter telling you, oh, you can't do it. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to think that you are a failure if you don't succeed. But you will succeed if you just try. Think about it for a second. How many times have you met people and they said, oh, I wish I had done that. When I was younger, I wanted to do that. They have the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? I should have done this, I would have done that. If only I could have done this. Why would you want to live your life in I shoulda, woulda, couldas? Why would you want to do that to yourself? All because you are afraid to go that extra step. You're letting that fear stop you from succeeding. Why would you let that do you? Why would you let yourself do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? Don't let that mind chatter prevent you from moving forward. Because what's going to happen is, not only are you going to have that mind chatter telling you, oh, all eyes are going to be on you. Are you really going to be able to live up to this? And then you're going to have other people standing over here telling you, I don't know why you did that. I told you it wasn't going to work. You know those kind of people, right? I told you so. I told you it wasn't going to work. You know those people, right? So why would you let that stop you? Because you already got this I told you so person in your ear. Those kind of people you need to leave by the wayside. What you need are people that are going to say, yes, you can do it. You, bravo, you succeeded. Now let's take it to the next level. Those are the kind of people that you need. So what all eyes are going to be on you? So what they're going to be extra added pressure on you to keep the success momentum going? That's going to be your motivation to keep going. Don't let that be fear that stops you. Let that be your motivation to say, I'm going to succeed. Let that push you because you don't want to look like a failure in front of people. That's what you want. Okay? Always, always keep in mind that you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want. The only thing that stops you is yourself. You control your destiny. You are the one, nobody else. Okay? Sure, some of you may work in a business. You may work in corporate America and you're trying to climb that corporate ladder. You may feel that you're indebted to them, that they control you. But they don't control you. No. They control how much money you make. They control how far in that company you get. They control whether you come in every day or whether they fire you. They control that. But your success is all up to you. Okay? Don't let other people tell you that you can't do it. Okay? So that's the biggest problem I see people today. They're letting other people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about what happens to me. Okay? I moved from Maryland, which I don't know, to Georgia, where I knew no one. I live by myself, moved by myself. No husband, no children, no parents, no grandparents, just me. Okay? My friends. Now, first of all, think about this. When you are doing something for the first time, it is in fact scary. It's going to be scary. But think about this for a moment. People that are successful, they're often trailblazers. And the thing that they are known for, no one else has ever done before. Hello? Come on. You're not hearing me. What people are usually successful for are things that other people have never done before. Tweet that out loud. So, obviously, to be successful, you want to be a trailblazer. You want to be the first one to do something. You can't sit back. Leaders are never followers, okay? Successful leaders are never followers. You don't sit there and follow the pack, follow the trend, follow what everyone else is going to do. You want to set the trends. You want to be the first one to step out and like, this is what I've done. That's where your success lies in. Now, that's a scary place to be the first one, to be the only one out there. That's a scary place. But that lies what your success is all about, okay? So, I moved alone. That's scary to do something all by yourself. That's scary. That is scary. To go all by yourself and move with no family, no friends, just yourself. So already, I was excited about doing this because I'm like, I needed a change. When you find that you are in a rut and you need a change, you have to make the change. You have to make the change, okay? Think about that for a second. If you keep doing the same thing that you're doing over and over and over again, what's going to happen? You're going to get the same results over and over again. So why keep doing that? And that lies the definition of insanity. So back at home, I love the people I was with, and I love my family, but I felt like I was stifled, okay? I felt like I was stifled. So I needed to make a change. If I want something different, I have to do different. So changing my environment was the difference that I needed to shake things up. So already I was nervous about that. I was excited because it was something new and something different, but I was nervous at the same time. So I started telling my friends, I'm moving. Now, if the nervousness in my head wasn't bad enough, because like I said, I told you already, I was nervous and I was excited at the same time, because I started looking at this as a new adventure, right? But I was also nervous because I was alone. There was no going back. Once I sold my stuff, or got on that plane, there was no turning back, right? So I said, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to let the fear stop me. I'm doing this, okay? So I started telling my friends, I'm moving. And of course, the well-intentioned friends and family that I had, what? You're moving? Why? Are you sure you want to do that? You know these people. They're well-intentioned. I could never do that. That could never be me. Oh, heavens, no. I could never move away. Well, of course you could move away. My journey is not your journey. So of course you could move away. But I had to do it for me. Now, think about that for a second. What do you think those people were doing to me when they kept telling me, oh, I don't want to do this. I could never do this. I can't believe you're doing this. You're so brave. You're really going to do this. What do you think they were doing? They were projecting their fears onto me because they were, in a sense, afraid to make changes in their lives. They were afraid to take big, bold leaps. But I had to. And I could not listen to that chatter. I moved anyway. And that was the best, shaking things up was the best thing I could have done. Because that led me right here to you. That led me to figure out what I want to do with my life. Because until I shook things up and got clarity, I was going to still be mediocre, still live just ordinary, doing absolutely nothing, being bored. Why would I want to do that to myself? Why would I want to do that to myself? Well, the answer is I didn't want to do that to myself. So that's what I did. I did not let them project their fears onto me. So you have people in your life, I'm sure, that's telling you, are you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to go? I could never do that. That's really risky. That's bold. You have to get out of your comfort level in order to shake things up and move to the next level. You just have to do that. No one has ever been successful. Think about this. No one has ever been successful by being comfortable. Who do you know that's comfortable and successful? Come on. Who is successful? And they're simply comfortable. They're just sitting there riding on their laurels. No one. To be successful, you have to be bold. You have to be brave. You have to be a risk taker. You can't be afraid to take the next necessary step, no matter how frightening it is. You just can't do it. As much as I would love to sit on my couch every day, eating pizza, waiting for my destiny to knock on the door, it's not going to happen. It's not. I have to make it happen by taking bold leaps of faith, by stepping out on what I know I can do, and you know you can do. If there's a dream that you know that you want to achieve, you have to go out there and you have to achieve it. You have to take that leap. Don't let other people project their fears onto you. Don't let the fact that if you succeed, people are going to be looking at you. Don't let that deter you. Let that be your motivation to keep doing what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Okay? Keep at it. That is so very important. Okay? Don't let anyone stop you. And what you need to do is stay absolutely committed to your goal. Stay committed to your goal. We're going to always have challenges. That's going to happen. Okay? We're going to always have challenges. But the key is to not let those challenges stop us. Not to be afraid to overcome those challenges. On the other side is where success is, where freedom is. If you only go to a certain point, it gets too difficult, and then you stop, how are you ever going to succeed at anything? I had to take a page out of my own book. There were plenty of times where I was afraid to come up against an obstacle and overcome it. I would try something, I would try all these different businesses, all these different adventures. I would step up and I would try it. Then it got a little bit of challenging, and then I lost interest. Does that sound familiar to any of you? Does that sound familiar? You start an adventure, you start some sort of business, something, and all of a sudden, whoa, it's a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. You lose interest. What is that? Successful people don't just stop. What you must do is keep moving past obstacles. You come to say to yourself, okay, how am I going to get past this? What do I need to do to fix it? And speaking of that, make sure that you assemble a team of people around you to help you, because you can never be successful by yourself. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times I've tried to do things myself, thinking I could do it myself, and fell flat on my face because I didn't know everything. I didn't have anyone to bounce ideas off, to kind of help me, to open doors, to guide, to give them input and opinion, and steer me where I was going wrong. I didn't have that. Don't be afraid to elicit a team of people. You want to have people in your life that are going to help you and not deter you, okay? Do not let people in your life that's going to tell you, I can't believe you're going to do that. I can't believe you're doing that. Why would you do that? People are always criticizing. Think about this. I'm going to drop something on you. People always criticize what they do not understand. Okay? People always criticize what they do not understand. Now, it's okay that people don't understand your journey. It's okay. There's something that's burning inside of you. There is something that's burning inside of you that you must do. Get in touch with that. Get in tune with that. Identify that. That's something that you have to do. That's your journey. And it's okay that other people don't understand that. Again, if you are going to blaze new trails, who else has done it before? No one. So obviously people are going to look at that and say, wow, that's different, that's new, I can't believe you're doing that. That's never going to be successful, that's too risky. And if you listen to that, then the next person is going to come along and step right on up and do exactly what you've been wanting to do. And you're going to sit back to yourself and say, darn it, I wanted to do that. So if you don't step up, if you do not step up, somebody else is going to come right behind you. And you're going to sit there and say to yourself, man, that was my idea. I should have done it when I had the opportunity. I could have done it if somebody else hadn't talked me out of it. That should have been me. The woulda, coulda, shoulda. Sound familiar? Okay. Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. Okay? So it's very, very important that when you have that burning in you, something that you need to do, follow that. Even if people don't understand and they criticize, it's okay. They don't understand your journey, and they don't need to understand your journey. That is your journey. It is not for everyone else to understand. It's just something that you have to follow. And if you sit back and you let that burning desire to fester until it filters out, you're going to kick yourself when somebody else comes right along and scoops up your idea or live the life that you wanted to live. It would be a shame if you met the person you should have been 10 years from now. Think about that. It would be a shame if you met the person you should have been 10 years from now. It was mine. I should have done that. I could have done that. Why didn't I do that? And all along, somebody's just coming along, doing exactly what you should have been doing. And you're going to say to yourself, that should have been my life. That could have been my life. Why wasn't it my life? Don't be that person. So if other people don't understand your journey, that's okay. They don't need to understand your journey. It's not for them, it's for you. So I want you to look deep down inside. I want you to figure out exactly what it is that you need to do. What is it that you need to do? And that is what you need to focus on. You need to come up with a plan, come up with an idea, figure out a roadmap to get you there. You're not going to be successful if you don't have a roadmap to get you where you're going to get there. We're all here in this beautiful auditorium. If we didn't have directions or a map to get here, we would have never found our destination. Okay? If you're going to be successful, you need a vision of what your success is, and you need a roadmap, a plan to get you there. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a vision, a destination in mind, and a direction or a map or plan to get there, how on earth are you going to ever achieve anything? How are you going to achieve anything? It's not going to happen. Okay? Find the vision. Determine. People that are successful are visionaries. They know what they want. They can see clearly what they want. And then they sit home late at night, devising a plan, a roadmap to get to that vision. If you don't see a vision for your life, something is wrong. If you see a vision for your life, but you haven't developed a roadmap or plan to get you there, something is wrong. Something is wrong. If you are sitting home, going 9 to 5 every day, coming home, sitting on the couch eating dinner, and you're comfortable, something is wrong. Successful people, I've said it before, are not successful by being comfortable. If you are not uncomfortable in certain situations, you're not growing, you're not learning, and you're not advancing. Okay? Always remember that. If you are not uncomfortable in certain situations, you're not growing. You're not advancing. You're just complacent in the same steps, in the same spot that you're always in. And how boring is that to always get what you've always gotten and never advance to the next level? Why would you want to live your life in mediocrity like that? Why would you want to do that to yourself? You were made for greater things than sitting and being complacent and bored. You were made for something greater. And what you have to do is figure out what that greater is if you don't already know. And you better make a roadmap to get you there. Make sure that you get uncomfortable with the situation and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Understand that that is necessary. Being uncomfortable is necessary for growth, for advancement. If you are comfortable, something is wrong. Do not let that fear stop you, okay? If you are comfortable, you're not growing. Simple as that. You are complacent, and there is no room for complacency in success, okay? There is absolutely no room for complacency in success. It's just success and complacency do not go hand in hand. That's like oil and water, they do not go together. So it's important for you to figure out what you're going to do to tap into your greatness, your destiny. Each and every one of you sitting in this auditorium today, you have some destiny that you must fulfill. Some of us go our entire lives without realizing what that destiny is. But it's up to you to figure out what your destiny is. And it's up to you to work towards that destiny. It's important that you owe that to yourself. You owe that to your children to live out your destiny. You owe that to yourself, and you owe that to your children.